Well, that was awkward. My computer just like totally glitched out and but you guys get to watch me eat. So today, like an hour ago, this dude walks in. First thing he asks, "Hey, you guys got a bathroom?" We do, but not for customers. Because they probably just jerk off or something if they were to use the bathroom here. Me, I just poop and pee. But, so he walks around. I'm watching him on the camera because he seems very, very sketchy. And, you know, he goes over by our Shia magazines. He does one of these things, just slips it underneath his, sweatshirt. I let him walk around a little bit before anything. Phone rings. I'm on the phone with, a potential customer or whatever. I get off the phone with him. And, I say to the guy, "Hey, do you happen to take one of those magazines?" Because, "No, man, I didn't know. No, I didn't know." I'm like, "Okay, alright. Mind lifting up your sweatshirt?" So he does it, and the thing's just sticking out right there. And I'm just like, "Dude, it's right there." So he handed it to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." So I looked at him like, "Dude, get the fuck out." And then he left. Oh, I hate people. I fucking hate people so fucking much. Last weekend was a fucked up weekend. I don't know why I didn't make a video, but I guess this is making up for it. But, so that gentleman that wanted to sniff my ass came in back-to-back days. First day, he came in. He looked at me and goes, "Oh, I can tell you're all dressed up for tonight." And I'm just like, "No, because I'm working. And this is how I dress on pretty much an everyday basis." Okay. So he walks around and buys a mag, and then, a lady comes in while he's still in here. He leaves first. She's still in the store. So I say to the lady, "Thank you so much for staying in the store. That guy is super creepy." And then she started laughing really, really hard. The next day he comes in. I seriously had just opened. And, I say hey to him. And whatever. He's trying to shoot the shit with me. I'm just super dismissive because I seriously just woke up, like, probably an hour ago. And I'm still kind of, like, tired. And I don't want to deal with anybody because I don't like people and I'm antisocial. But that's a totally different story. So, he buys this magazine. Well, hold on, let me back up. So I'm booting up my computer and stuff, and there's like a little area where it goes out to the hallway and stuff right here. And there's all toys and stuff on the wall. So I'm booting my computer, I'm standing up, and he goes right next to me while looking at toys. I catch him checking me out, and I was like, no, like at this point I'm already freaked out because he's already been here back-to-back days, and he just makes me feel really, really uncomfortable. Just because of how he looks at me and just how he acts around me. It just makes me very uncomfortable. And honestly, like, no matter what you are, gay, straight, anything, you shouldn't have to deal with that. You shouldn't have to feel, people making you uncomfortable because that they're just sexual perverts and deviants. You shouldn't have to deal with that. Male, female, it just doesn't matter. It's fucked up. And it just bugged the shit out of me. So he leaves, but I'm still really fucking sketched out just because of how he looks at me. Like, it's fucking creepy. Anyways, that happened. And, I think it was last Sunday. Yeah. last Sunday. I have this guy who comes in, probably like, I don't know, 40, white spiky hair, obvious cokehead. Just comes in, hey man, how you doing, blah blah blah. And the giveaway, he has fucking white powder all over his nose every fucking time he comes in. We've had issues with this guy because he used to bring in his girlfriend or whatever, who had either herpes or some sort of pipe burn around her mouth, and it was really gross. We caught her stealing, so she was banned from the store. He came back and like gave us, whatever she stole worth, so it worked out. He was okay. He didn't even know about it until he confronted her about it. Anyways, back to the story. He's looking for. First, he buys the poppers, and then he buys a dildo. Well, not a dildo, a little vibrator. And he walks out, and then literally a second back in, he goes, "No, man, I'm sorry, she doesn't want it." And I'm just like, well, the best I can do is exchange it for something equal value. No, man, I need the money back. I'm just like, can't really do that, but let me make a phone call, and I call my boss. And he tells me exactly what I just told the guy. The guy wants to talk to my boss. I'm like, alright. Hand over the phone. The dude starts flipping out, like, stomping in circles and fucking... Like, oh, I've got a kid, I've got diapers and, baby formula I gotta get, I can't afford this, I made a bad choice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, first of all, why would you buy poppers if you have a kid? Second of all, wouldn't you try to prioritize a kid over sex toys? Coming to a sex shop in general? That's really not our problem. And that's what my boss said to him. But the kicker was, like, he's ranting and raving about how good of a person I am when it comes to service and all that shit. Now, the first time I ever interacted with this guy, he tried opening a box and called me an asshole because I told him to stop and stormed out. So, he ends up saying to my boss, "Oh, I'm never coming back here again." For his own fault. That has nothing to do with us, just because he's a fucking crackhead. Yeah, I'd say that's about it. For now. I mean, today's only Friday, so... Like, granted, I do have tomorrow off, which I'm really excited about. But... we'll see what happens for the rest of the day.